Hey everybody, thank you guys for coming. We're here with Killhut. Jax will be back. She has internet problems. Hey Haley, how's it going? Hope everything's okay. Ruth, what's up?
Hey
How's
Ruth, hey
everything
LJ.
Going.
No, you
Hope
good.
everything's
How's everybody's afternoon today? Hello Tony. If y'all don't mind, share this out and we'll get started with the interview in a few minutes. Killhut, how was your day today?
Today has been hectic, but it's been awesome.
Cool.
I woke up this morning, so it's a good day.
That's good. That's all we need here. Yeah, so let's get started. Can you tell us a little bit more about your channel?
All right, well, my channel is called Killhut 702. I recently added the title of Abandoned or Adventures and Explorations to it. I check out abandoned places, historic places, haunted places. I am not a paranormal channel, but I put some of that stuff into my channel because I've got a lot of family and friends that are into it, and I'm still a skeptic myself. But it doesn't mean I'm not a believer, so I'm working on that. But yeah, I pretty much try and check out what everyone else has never seen before, and I want to make it feel like you guys are there with me. So that's kind of how I film and how I try and do it.
That's great, man. That's great. That's great you do that in the urban exploration and stuff like that. Man, that's something that a lot of people can't do. That, and I know a lot of people do. Don't get me wrong. Hey, what's up, Red? How's it going? What made you name your channel Killhut?
Now, the name Killhut 702 comes from the word Killhut. A lot of people think, yeah, it's just what it is, Killhut. But it's actually half my first name, half my last name put together, and 702, which is Las Vegas, where I'm from. So that's how the name came together.
Cool. Beauty of nature. Long time no see. Welcome.
Redheaded stepchild. What's up, buddy? What's up, everyone in the chat? Thanks for coming to the interview. Make sure to share this awesome interview out.
What made you get into urban explorations?
The same thing that a lot of other people say the same. That one name. Omar Gosh TV.
He's awesome.
I know you hear that a lot, but he's paved the ways for a lot of people. And the first thing that started with me was the whole depression thing. Because I was sitting at home, I wasn't working, started watching Omar, and right away he just started cheering me up. Once he started cheering me up, turned around and used it to my best and started creating that content. So
sweet. Oh yeah.
I originally started it to help lift people up that were in a situation like me. So it went from there. I started out a couple of vlogs kind of thing, but that really wasn't what I enjoyed doing. Started doing more of the urbex, and here I am 2 years later.
Wow. I bet it's pretty amazing though. To be out there, exploring and, sometimes in the middle of nowhere, maybe some buildings, maybe some historical landmarks, that they allow you to film and stuff like that. I bet it is, but it's also dangerous too.
It is dangerous. It can be, especially when you're going to mines, holes in the ground, that kind of stuff. Not just that, but the materials they're mining. You have some asbestos and stuff like that too that you got to mold in the buildings. So you have to really be careful, especially and being by yourself. I film most of the time by myself just because there's no one to go with me. So
yeah,
just always be safe with what you got.
Right. Well, with hey Linda, how's it going? Hey Ron. But with that, like, do you use a respirator for any asbestos?
See, this is my first building I recently just dropped was the abandoned school, where I learned afterwards that was closed down because of that. It was a real eye-opener for me, so everything's going to be changing here on out. I am working on getting a respirator and stuff like that, because like I said, if you're by yourself and you get into a problem like that, you don't know what could happen.
And especially, do you tell anybody where you're at? I mean, do you have a cell phone with you? Do you have something that you could communicate? Because I know with the buildings, they you lose your reception. How do you know? Like, do you let me know what kind of stuff you You have
The
for
only
that?
person that lives in the same town as me is my brother, so I always let my brother know before I go somewhere. As far as reception like stuff like that, I play it by ear, man. I play it by ear.
What do you use for protection? Like, um,
I personally carry around a pistol,
mm,
and yeah, that's protection enough for the moment.
okay. How about? I'm sorry. Oh, thank you,
And
Reddit.
there's no way I'm not gonna have some kind of precaution on me if I'm doing stuff by myself.
Exactly. I mean, I hope you use like you bring like a little a safety kit just in case you get a scratch or you know stuff
I
like that.
honestly have not thought that far ahead because I've never been in a situation to really get hurt like that. But that's another thing that was brought up yesterday that I'm also taking into consideration. So I'm definitely working for the respiratory mask or respirator. And like you said, it's always good to have a first aid kit in your car because you never know what will happen. And hearing that yesterday opened up my eyes, and that's where I need to do better.
I mean, especially like when you like when you go to a property. I know most of it you get your permission and they make it safe for you guys to investigate. You know, and I've seen some amazing places you investigated to as well. Um, do they do like do they let you film while you're there too? Or some places are kind of weird about what kind of equipment you can bring into the property. Can you talk about that?
Fortunately for me, like I've been to places where you don't need permission. Either they're just straight up abandoned, just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of the places I go are out in the middle of nowhere, so
Okay.
nobody keeps up on them. You don't need permission, but if there's a locked gate and obviously it says private property and no trespassing, no means no. Um, the places I go to are out in the open and they're not locked up.
Okay. I did see some places where I know like there's homeless people out there and everything else, um, and probably aren't you worried about like cameras and stuff like that? Like, let's say you go to a place that's unknown.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, what kind of stuff do you look out for when you see
Uh,
a property?
Mainly vehicles is the first thing. Vehicles are the first thing. Where there's vehicles, there's usually people. So
Okay.
I won't go to a location if there's vehicles already there. I will make sure that nothing is there before I go in. Um, and as far as cameras, if there's no signs that say no trespassing, there should be cameras. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I haven't been into that situation to where I had to worry about the camera parts because I'm not close to the big places like asylums and prisons and stuff all that like that.
Yeah.
That's all the stuff you really need the you need to ask for permission to get into, obviously, because they're all gated up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I'm
Well,
looking forward to that.
and you also got to make sure your equipment's working too. Before
Exactly.
you know, got to carry extra batteries. You never know what's lurking around in there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Um,
Especially with these GoPros, I gotta have extra batteries, and in my lights, I got my extra batteries, and I bring the extra batteries for my Echo Box, stuff like that. So you definitely have to have batteries because you're going to film and everything dies on you in the middle of the video. This doesn't make out for a good video.
yeah, that's true. You know, how do you start your investigations?
How do I start them? If I know that I'm going to a haunted spot,
Mm-hmm.
I will walk through the whole place first. And then as I'm walking through, if I feel a feeling or something like that, then I will stop right there on the spot and start pulling out my equipment.
Awesome. I know you're telling me that you really didn't have much experiences. I mean, experiences or anything, but um, what kind of like, let's say if you run into a spirit, and oh, you catch a spirit on camera or whatever, like, are you ready for that kind of experience, or if something
Yes,
stops you?
to be honest, that's the experience I'm looking for. Being a skeptic, nothing has personally happened to me other than a couple of voices from Spirit Box, Echo Box, stuff like that. But something actually happening to me, I have not experienced it. So it keeps me as somewhat of a skeptic. But like I said, it does not mean I'm not a believer. or else I wouldn't have that kind of stuff in my videos. I'm just waiting for an experience.
No.
I mean, I'd rather it be a good one with a friendly spirit than something bad for my first time, but you always got to be careful of what you're trying to search for because you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly. Have you ever encountered any wildlife out there?
Not any real wildlife, but in my video where I went to the abandoned Seneca resort at night, I somewhat got attacked by a raven. I know a lot of people saw that. And ravens are big birds and they came right at me in the middle of the night. So other than anything crazy like that,
I know rattlesnakes and stuff like. Don't you get rattlesnakes over there?
I always keep an eye, but I've never come across one myself.
All right, cool.
But I always keep an eye out for that stuff. I watch where I walk. Always watch your footing, whether it's in the desert or in an abandoned building. You either fall through the floor or get bit by a rattlesnake. So always keep an eye on your surroundings.
How long does it take you to set up equipment on any investigation you do?
With my equipment, luckily, it's all pretty simple. It's just to get up and go. I film with GoPros, so GoPros are pretty much just grab and film and go. So that's what that. The only thing I really have to set up with the equipment that I have, the only paranormal equipment I have is the K2 meter. I've got this SB7 spirit box, and I've got the Echo box that Josh Afterlife from Southern Afterlife built. So the longest thing that would take to get set up would be that Echo box. You got to fine tune the tunings to the spirit box and stuff like that. For those of you that aren't familiar with the Echo box, it silences out the static from the spirit box, so you get nothing but clear responses. And the box actually has protection crystals built into the box itself. So I see that as a big thing of kind of watching my back while I'm out there as well.
True. Can you tell us a little bit about like some places you investigated, like not paranormal but just regular like explorations?
Like when I had like the place that I had the most action.
Yeah, action. Yeah.
See, I get action every time I go to cemeteries for some reason, especially with the necrophonics and the spirit box. The creepiest vibe I got was the Mizpah Hotel, which is in Tonopah, Nevada. It's in the same city as the Clown Motel.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went there, I did the Clown Motel, the Tonopah Cemetery, and the Mizpah Hotel all in the same night.
Oh,
and
wow.
I haven't had any other creepier vibes than any of those places.
Oh, okay.
Like the Clown Motel, I was checking out a building, and corner of your eyes, you see curtains opening up, and there's nobody in the building. Like, yeah, that was my first time seeing something with my own eyes. And we went back into that room and opened it up and looked inside and everything, and there was nothing.
How'd you feel about that? I know you felt creeped out and stuff, but did your hair stand up on the side of your arms and stuff like that?
What happens is it feels like you get like a real heavy weight on your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can feel something's going on, and I get that feeling most of the time when I go to the haunted places, and it feels like there's something like that there. As far as being scratched or anything like that, nothing that severe has ever happened with me.
Cool. As far as protection, like I'm talking about, like, do you wear like any crystals or any crucifix or anything just in case?
Not being completely into paranormal, I'll be honest, no. The only thing that probably carries with me was the Echo box, and it's got the protection crystals on there. The Echo box takes it to the next level when you're trying to get something coming through there. But as far as protection, that would be it. As far as the paranormal side of it.
Cool. Have you ever been arrested or chased out by cops?
Woo! That's a good question. I got a new video dropping on Tuesday, and y'all guys will see when I got busted by the cops. So that drops on Tuesday.
So what happened there? You want to tell us a little bit about it, or we got to wait for the...
you guys can watch the video on that one. I'm gonna leave y'all with a cliffhanger for that one.
Do you like?
Let's just say I went home afterwards, so it was good. It wasn't bad. So
Do you have to? Did they give you a fine or something?
no, luckily not.
Cool.
So no fine. I didn't get arrested, but yeah, I don't want to say anymore. I don't want to ruin that.
Well, I mean, I see a lot of like when you're investigating, I see some people with you. Like, is it kind of hard to get evidence? Like, I'm talking about like, let's say you're filming, right? And of course, like your boom mic or whatever picks whatever up. Isn't it kind of hard? Isn't it kind of hard to get the evidence with working around people? I know you say you don't half of the time, but when you do,
the only time I go is sometimes my brother will come with me.
Amy,
but he's not a skeptic because he has a similar experience when he was younger, so he knows kind of what I'm trying to walk into. When we walk into a place like that, it's good having the second person because they can help you film while you're doing with all the equipment. So as long as you're with somebody who has the same state of mind of what they're going into, it doesn't turn out that bad. But let's just say if you walk in with a group of 3 people, you can't have all 3 people stay quiet, you know?
Yeah,
so
I know.
That's why I like doing a lot of videos by myself. You can hear more, you see more, stuff like that.
Let's go. Hey, Christy. Hello. I'm in Ned. How you doing?
Yeah, Ron, Christy, who did I not say hi? Everyone in the chat. I don't want to ignore you. Hello.
Outlaw, what's going on, man? I got a question for you. Okay. Did you have any early childhood experiences with abandoned spaces or any memories that informed your curiosity for what you do?
Not when I was younger, but as I got older, I started to realize how much I wasn't living life because I turned into the state of mind of where I want to travel and I want to see the world. So I've always wanted to travel, and since I became a creator, I can travel to different places and see things that I've never seen, and it's a blast. I absolutely love what I do. Everybody's goal in the end is to just make videos and travel, right?
Right, exactly.
Maybe not everybody's, but that's a lot of people's dream that they want to do. And
yeah.
I would rather do that for the rest of my life than working 9 to 5s, you know?
Exactly. I bet it's expensive to travel. Like
with the car that I've got, luckily the gas mileage and stuff like that is pretty good. But traveling is always expensive when it comes to hotels and stuff like that. I don't travel like that where I look for hotels, or at least not yet, because I do have my dog with me, and it's just me and my pup. So most of the time, I don't like leaving her here when I go out and explore. But depending on the location, you can't bring the dog with you just for safety reasons. Going to check out old mines and stuff. You don't want your pup falling down in a 1,000-foot mine gap, right?
Exactly.
Stuff like that, man. It's just I got a lot of safety concerns for my dog taking her places.
I mean, I bet you see some beautiful sceneries, though.
Oh, yeah. But if I know the place is dangerous, she won't come with me. But I'm like, if it's more like a hiking adventure, like what you guys have seen on my videos in the past, I'll take her with me as long as there's not a lot of other people.
Yeah, exactly.
I love just letting her run around with a harness on her back with the GoPro. Just let her run.
Exactly. Man, I would love to do what you do, man. Just to be out in the open, enjoying the fresh air, enjoying the beautiful nature that God gave us, you know?
It's so nice. From living in Vegas, you're surrounded by city, you can't save money, all that kind of stuff. And I move out here to this Arizona part where it's not a city, it's like a small town kind of. Easy to save money and go and film everything outdoors. I'm surrounded by trees. It's beautiful out here. I love it. Been a desert rat my whole life, so the change of scenery is definitely nice.
Yeah, nice. What was your first experience like when you were alone with others? Was it impulsive trip or very planned out when it comes to exploring?
I've never really, since I started my content, like a lot of people, I have never collabed with anybody. Like like I said, most of the time it's by myself. I've never gone out with a group of people. If I was just been me and one other guy, if that's it.
Nice. I know that you say you work a little, even you work alone. Um, has there any kind of any kind of like any kind of like fears or something like that of anything going wrong because you're by yourself?
You always have this fear of turning the corner and seeing somebody, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
that's always one, especially with the school I just did. That building was huge. So I'm looking around every single corner. Like you said, you got to be safe. You never know with something like that. You see beer bottles and stuff hanging around, someone's been in there before. So
Yeah, exactly. You got to be careful with that too, man, because you never know when you're gonna trip or something and might cut your hand or something.
exactly.
What's up, Ryan?
But
Um, oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
just that's my main fear is running into someone or something.
True. Um, describe any powerful emotions you have experienced while out in an urban exploration.
The most the creepiest vibes I got was the video was called the Dublin Gulch, where there's rooms built into the mountains, and the old miners used to be an old mining camp. There's a cemetery right across from all that, and this was back like I think it was late 1800s, like 1880s or something. That's the first time I ever went. Well, I take that back. Second time I ever went into a cemetery. My hair was standing on ends. I got voices I'm hearing in my ear. I'm hearing footsteps moving around me. So I'd have to say that was one of the craziest ones that I've dealt with. That was the Dublin Gulch. I did that when it was pitch black at night, and I was a super skeptic before that until that night, and then it kind of switched it around for me. It opened my mind to more things, and that's kind of why I ended up picking up the Echo Box and stuff like that. So I started getting more into the paranormal side of it.
Nice. I mean, you never know what you're gonna catch. I mean, it's um, you can see something in the daytime. I mean, you can what.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be nighttime. It could be
exactly,
really active during the day too.
exactly. Do you make photographs when you go on expeditions? What do you look for in making those photos?
Um, just for the exploration part of it is thumbnails.
All right.
When I go out there, and most of the places I go, yeah, really beautiful scenery with all the mountains in the background and everything. So I try and show everything around me. So, but mostly when I stop just for pictures, it's the thumbnail thing.
Nice. You take anything like, let's say you're in a haunted in the haunted building or something. Well, not haunted. I'm so used to saying that, but let's say you're in a location, right? Have you ever took anything home? Like, is there any? I bet there's pretty crazy stuff there.
There's 2 times I've taken something home. Nothing from buildings themselves, just maybe found on the ground in the dirt or something.
Yeah.
So when I went to the abandoned cattle ranch, I believe,
Mhm.
1930s cattle ranch, as we were walking around, that when I was with my brother, and so this is on the Indian reservation, and back when they were doing their stores, they were trading posts. So they were farmers, and everyone would trade for everything. And when we were walking through, we found a coin on the ground from 1900s, and it says trading post on it and stuff like that. So it was actually a coin from the 1900s that they would use to buy stuff through trading posts. So
Oh
that
wow.
was kind of significant for me. And just recently, when I went to the Kelly mine, I found a little pebble on the ground. I was just walking, and I looked down, and you got this thing shining like a diamond. So I got super excited, but it wasn't a diamond. It was just a little piece of quartz.
Oh, nice.
uh, you don't take stuff home from locations. You don't mess with stuff that are at the locations. I don't believe in vandalism. I don't believe in any of that. Most of my videos, you see me kind of get upset when you see everything beat up from vandalism.
Yeah, of course. Because I mean, for some people, the structure of the building, I mean, it's overwhelming because it's so beautiful. Why mess up a beautiful building? Why just keep it the way it is?
Right.
You know.
And if you're walking into a building that looks like it's about to fall down, I don't suggest going in there.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, you know what? It's sad because just like everybody spray paints and everything else, and
Yep.
it's a way. It's something that needs to be restored, but at the same time, it's just the money that
Right.
can stop
Well,
that.
the things about them still standing is a lot of the newer generations don't understand the history and don't care about the history of a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
But me, when it looks old like that, it's just there's a story. There's got to be a story, you know.
exactly. What are the obstacles you most often encounter while exploring a building?
What do I encounter the most?
Yeah, like what do you encounter? Like, let's say, do you like encounter like old sofas or old TVs? You know what I mean? Like, artwork. You know, have you ever encountered any artwork that's from the past?
Um, Not really as far as artwork. Mostly you've seen what I've seen so far is just nothing but graffiti, unfortunately. Most of the walls are torn out because people like to go in there and strip out the plumbing and electrical and stuff like that. But you know what? I'll say the abandoned water park I went to. Because you
Like,
see the old slides and everything just sitting in there in time. To me, that's a form of art.
no,
And the stuff
that's
that was still standing that had the original stuff to it, that was probably the main place. Yeah.
how difficult is to access the area, like a location, and what has most touched you on this journey?
Um, Trying to think about that. Every place you go to has its own experience, and you appreciate it all. The main place, I've been to so many places; it's hard to pick just one. Um, I would say the 1930s abandoned cattle ranch because everything is still sitting there, and
Tony?
you feel the vibes through the entire place. So I would say that, and with that basement over there, yeah. So I would say the cattle ranch I went to.
Nice. Hey, White Wolf, David, what's up? Um,
White Wolf, David.
how's it going, guys? Um, what do you see Urbix is heading to? What will be the next developments? What do you think it's going to be in the future in explorations?
Unfortunately, I think it's slowly starting to go downhill, in my opinion. You
Mhm.
have so many people doing it, like even people that aren't on YouTube, with the whole quarantine thing and stuff like that. A lot of places have just started gating up and closing down and being torn down because a lot of people now that don't do it for the art of it, those are the people who vandalize, don't care about the building falling down and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, and in another year or two, everybody's gonna have everything on YouTube already. So if you're gonna try and go to a location that everyone else has already been to, I like it because I like going to locations that nobody's ever been to.
Mm.
So I just feel like the urbex community is gonna start getting really crowded here soon.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Um, I bet you'd like see a lot of mode and stuff like that on like just everywhere. You know, like on the walls and stuff like that. I mean, like
This abandoned school was the worst place I've been to with that, and I learned my lesson. I'm buying a respirator.
yeah, because you never know, man. You never know
Exactly.
when.
Exactly. So that really turned my state of mind to safety going in places like that. Just keep in mind, I've never been to a place like that either, so it's definitely coming.
Have you
So
ever
yeah,
had any experience go wrong? Anything go wrong? Sort of like a vehicle that's on the property and like it's brand new, but it's really worn out. Like, man, has there been an alarm going off ever in the buildings or anything?
Nope. Luckily, nope. Nothing like that for me. So far, so good. Just like in the next video, getting caught by the cops. Other than that, that's the only situation I've been into in the entire 2 years that I've been doing it. Because I try and be relatively or pretty smart about that kind of stuff. I'll look it up first and just make sure that it's cool to go in and no getting in trouble and stuff like that. No breaking laws.
Cool. What would you be? What would you be your ultimate Urbix challenge?
Exploring a mental asylum or a prison. Some people would say that's more into the paranormal aspect of it, but I'm there to explore the place, and if anything picks up while I'm there.
Cool.
But that's the big thing. I want a big location like that. I want to get into an asylum or prison so bad.
Cool. What scares you about going to these? I'm like, I know we talk about spirits, but you know, what scares you about exploration, about going in there?
Yeah, just like before, running into animals or humans. You know, I mean, that's pretty much the main thing. Those are the two main dangers that I come through. I've never been to an old enough building to where I feel like I'm gonna fall through the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But that's another thing is I always watch that too. Luckily, I don't weigh much, so I don't put as much pressure walking through the place. But you gotta always be safe.
Exactly. Like especially at night, do you do urban explorations at night?
I try to if I find them. Right now, I think one, two. I think I've only been to like 3 locations at night, but I think I visit them during the day first, check out the area, and then I'll come back at night to do the video at night.
Cool. I bet it's hard though. I bet. I mean, like, it just got. Hey, Brandon, what's going on, man? Long time no see. For me, it'd be kind of hard because just like I'm the kind of person where you know I just walk straight and then I trip over something. You know, I don't think I could ever. Oh no, I don't think I could ever do it at night. It would freak me out, dude. It really would. Especially, I know a lot of people like going into mines, especially. You know, I mean, now that's dangerous right there. Have you ever done a mine?
The closest I did to a mine was my Ghost Town of New Mexico video. You see me behind the gate going like this, trying to get out. That was an awesome thumbnail. But that's the first mine I was able to go in. And if you check out that video, it was pretty dang awesome. And you know it was taken well care of too, because the town next to it, there's a couple residents that stay in that town that keep up on the whole town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell the mine was nice and upkept. I'll check it out. But there's mines you can find, like the entrance is partly collapsed and stuff like that. I don't recommend even trying to get in that at all.
Exactly. How about tunnels? Like, have you been in tunnels before?
No, not yet.
Oh man, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
The closest thing to that was that bat cave I went to, but I didn't go in all the way because like 30, 40 bats started coming at me. But as far as an actual tunnel, I have not been able to find anything like that yet.
Wow, I think that would be pretty freaky. I mean, just to deal with bats and old water that's down there. I mean, you know, it is actually, oh man, and just like you know how the sound vibrates the tunnel and stuff like that.
Yeah, everything echoes on you. Yep. But I love the feeling. It's super adrenaline rushing, and I love the feeling. And if it's all corroded with water and stuff like that, I won't go in there because a lot of the minerals and materials for the mine can sit there and stay stagnant in the water. So I wouldn't even risk walking through something like that.
Claustrophobic. Chrissy says she gets claustrophobic. I don't know if I said it right.
Yeah.
So do you consider in some stuff like in matters like that? Do you consider yourself a thrill seeker? Sort of like.
Absolutely. Yes.
Uh,
Just like this last video, this Kelly Mine. Did you see me climbing up that
yeah.
121-foot ladder?
Oh yeah, it was oh no. I don't
Yeah, that was.
heights. I bet it's awful feeling though. I mean, you might like it, but
See, I had my camera set at the bottom, and I started climbing up that ladder with one hand, with the camera in the other. I got about 3/4 of the way, and this thing was just shaking like I'm like, I'm gonna go back down now.
I seen that. It was just like, oh my god. I'm just like, I can't do heights, man.
I think I was maybe like 80 foot up there. I was almost to the top. I was almost there.
That is wild, man. That's wild.
I'm definitely a thrill seeker. I love to get that adrenaline pumping.
Exactly. So what can you tell the exploration explorers now? Now we're going into the 21st century or
20th.
20th century. Damn it. No, you caught me on that one. Damn you, Killhut. No.
Christy, yes, I do go alone. It's not safe, but I make sure to be safe when I do go. I don't have the option of not going alone right now, or else I'm not going to get content. So I'm not willing to jeopardize that. So I will go, but stay extra safe when I do it.
I bet you see some beautiful artwork out there. Oh, back to the question. Sorry. Any advice to any exploration explorers to go look out for and stuff?
Don't trespass. Scope out the location before you film it. That way you don't get any excitement out of it.
What can you tell
Just make sure you're legal and safe.
Yeah. Back to so have you ever seen any like artwork like on buildings and stuff like that?
Yes, you see graffiti almost everywhere I go. Some of it's really, really colorful and beautiful. Just they have the artists who do that, they express themselves through their artwork like that. So some of it's really, really amazing. And some of it's just stupid stuff spray paint on the walls just because they want to vandalize. But I think there's a fine line between artwork and vandalism.
Yeah, I know.
But especially out here, a lot of places I go on Indian reservations, and you see some really, really cool, like Indian murals, like on some of the buildings and stuff. Because a lot of the Apaches and stuff that live out here, and something I've never seen is the Indian artworks like that. So it's really cool to see stuff like that.
Exactly. Let me ask you a question, Killhut. What was the first urban location you visited?
First one, abandoned ghost town homes. That was my first time. I was exploring, like I said, some abandoned houses. I was on my way out there to the Clown Motel, and actually, I was on my way back from the Clown Motel. It was like 4:00 in the morning. I'm like, hey, what's that on the side of the road? Let's go. So I drove up into that ghost town on the outside edges, and there's like a crap load of abandoned motorhomes and stuff like that. So that was my first time, and it was pretty awesome. A lot of people thought I was crazy because you don't know if people live in there and stuff like that. At this time, I wasn't carrying protection and stuff like that. It was my first time. Like, hey, that looks cool. Let's go check it out. So I just go into random places, start checking that out, and that was my first time. And ever since I got that feeling, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing.
Exactly. Ron said Superstition Mountains.
Yeah, that's in the Phoenix area. I haven't been around anything like that yet.
Hey guys, feel free to have any questions if you guys want for Killhut. I know. Have you ever done any like supermarkets or anything that's been shut down, like Walmart's or Target or?
Nothing like that yet that I've been able to find. Especially something like that being open. Unfortunately, no. Or else that would have been another one of the large buildings that I would explore. but not like that. But like abandoned gas stations and stuff like that, I'd gone through.
Hey, Jared.
What's up, Jared?
I live on cursed native land, and everyone find arrowheads, but nope, not me.
See, and I'm surrounded by a lot of these native lands, but I'm not really a rock collector, so I haven't actually gone and looked for them. When I go out to native lands, I look for the old ruins and stuff like that, and the caves and all that kinds of stuff. Unless I see a shiny rock on the ground, of course I'm going to check it out.
Right. Have you ever been rock climbing? Because I know you like to hike.
Not straight up rock climbing, but like scrambling kind of rock climbing. Yeah. My very first, I think it was my very first video, maybe second. I released like 2 or 3 hiking videos when I went out to Zion National Park in Utah. Yeah. That's a pretty cool one there. It's mostly on a trail until you get to the very end. Mm-hmm. The place called the Angel's Landing, where you're shimmying on top of a rock that's like maybe this wide, and you got a sheer drop going off each side. So they have a chain that they built so that you can pull yourself up the whole time.
Wow, so, that's amazing, man.
You can call it rock climbing. If you guys go check out that video, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. Hey, Greg, what's up?
But that was pretty awesome. Greg's Inferno, what's up, buddy?
Like, if you've seen that movie Cliffhanger, where they're hanging from side to side and, like, you know, they got to go.
No, that's not me. That's not me.
That's how I see you. I'm just like, you know what I mean? You're like, whoa. Like, I'm just like, damn, you know, like.
See, I'm not scared of heights, but I'm scared of falling.
I can imagine that.
Not scared of heights, just scared of falling. That's all.
Right. I bet you got to have some good shoes and some good gloves, you know, for grip and stuff like just in case.
Oh yeah, you always have to have some good boots going around there, especially when you go hiking. It's good to bring a pair of gloves. Mm-hmm. I haven't been on any super extreme hikes like that to where I actually needed the gloves. So hopefully we'll have some cool stuff like that to come, though. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I know they got like urban caving.
Yeah. You'll start seeing a lot more of that stuff. I'll start doing a lot more stuff like that during the winter or during the summer. Yeah. A lot of the mines you try and go during the winter. You know how cold it is already underground? So yeah. Sure. I wait for the summers to go down into the caves and stuff.
Yeah, I bet. Like I bet it's nice though. I mean, I bet it's nice and fresh in there because, you know, but you don't know what kind of animals in there, like rats and right. All that good stuff.
Well, the first cave I went into, and that was the Apache Death Cave, and that's where I did a little investigation in there.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Apache Death Cave. There were 44 Apaches that were suffocated and killed in that cave by, I believe it was the Navajos, because the Apaches kidnapped 2 of the Navajo women, and they went and hid in that cave. And when they were hiding in that cave, they had a fire in the cave, right? Yeah. But you can see the smoke coming out from the ground, so the Navajos were able to find them. So the Navajos went to the entrance and the exit and filled them full of brush and dead horse parts and stuff like that. Ooh. And they lit it on fire. And all 4 Indians passed away in that. And that's a crazy vibe going down in there. It really is. A lot of history with that place.
Wow.
And the surrounding area is called Canyon Diablo. Back in the day, Billy the Kid and a lot of cowboys were through there and had a lot of battles and stuff like that.
Wow. Christy has something to tell you.
The Trail of Tears went way out of their way to go around my county because of the cures the chiefs put on the line. So there are lots of weird stuff here. Yeah. That's on every reservation too. Then all the places that they build on top of burial grounds and stuff like that. You have all kinds of scary stories and paranormal stories built on top of Indian ruins, and that is no joke.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean,
that's kind of why I'm sketchy about going on to the native lands, because you like I said, you just never know.
Exactly. I know you. Where it says I found old tomb crypt.
Yeah, that was Cooney's tomb.
Wow, can you tell us a little bit about that? And if you don't mind, can we show that video? It's only 9 minutes.
You can show whatever video you'd like. I think that video is only like 9 minutes long.
Yeah.
Cooney's tomb. When I went on a hike called the Catwalk, which was the video right before I released for the Cooney's tomb, if you walk all the way up that, there's actually a ghost town called Cooney, and that's where this sergeant got back from the army and found the gold mine. Then he kept it all to himself, and that ended up being the Cooney's ghost town. And then the Cooney's tomb is where they buried him in after he was killed by a couple of Apache Indians out that way. So when that happened, I think it was his brother.
Mm-hmm.
They hollowed out this rock and they buried him inside of it, and that's just kind of how that ended up there. It's sitting right at the beginning of the trail that you take to walk up to the Cooney's ghost town. Mm. But that was pretty interesting to find that out in the middle of nowhere like that, because I've never been around a tomb like that.
Wow, it's amazing. Well, let's watch this video. Is that okay with you? Okay, so it was okay. So,
bam, welcome back to Killhut 702's Adventures and Explorations. Tonight we are checking out the tomb of Sergeant Cooney, who out here in New Mexico, once he got out of the army, he found the gold mine out here, kept it a secret for himself. So here's where we're at. Cooney's tomb. Sergeant James Cooney, while serving in the 8th U.S. Cavalry stationed at Fort Bayard, discovered a mineral deposit in this canyon. He kept it find a secret until he mustered out of the army in 1876. By 1880, he had developed a profitable silver and gold mine. In April 1880, he and one other miner rode to Alma to warn the settlers in the valley of the danger of an Indian attack. Returning to the mine, the two were killed by Indians near this site. His brother and fellow miners interred him in this boulder. Two of his brother's children are also buried in this rock crypt. This small graveyard is on private property, so please pay proper respect. There is the tomb. You see where they cemented it closed with the rocks and stuff there. Up on top. Got a nice cross up there. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. You can see where it's all cemented in.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. You look up top, you got a cross up there. That's pretty cool too.
Wow.
Yeah, and this was at like 11:30 at night. Kind of see his shape. We'll walk around the back end of it for you real quick. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty big size too. Check that out.
Wow.
And then they got a couple of graves over here. This one right here is Charlie Clark's. This one's unmarked. Got a little cross over there in the corner. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more graves here. I can't read most of them because this one, Sir Darlene, El Zama, 1810 or 1896 to 1905. That's what it looks like. That one doesn't have a name on it. It's a lot smaller, so it might be a children's grave. All right, heading back over here. This was the back end of Cooney's tomb. Across the top there, right next to this crazy tree. Side of it. Hand that over. There we go. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and head over here. Do a little bit of necrophonic app, and then we're gonna see if we can catch anything. I walked around with the K2 meter. I couldn't catch anything with that, unfortunately. All right, so we're checking out a little bit. We're using the SOS app that's on my phone. We're just kind of scanning around a little bit, seeing if we can kind of see anything. Don't feel free to show yourself. We just would like to communicate and know if there's a spirit guarding this tomb. Not much as far as the SOS camera goes. I have also tried EMF meter, and I'm not seeming to get much. Is there any spirits here? Feel free to hit the light for me. Not much on the SOS app. We haven't got much on the K2 meter, unfortunately. Any spirits, feel free to light for me. Turn yellow or whatever you like. Any spirits at all? Sergeant Cooney, are you here with us? You are. Hit the light for me. That doesn't seem to be getting much. So try the necrophonics real quick. It's getting a little cold, so we'll probably head back here soon. Are there any spirits here with us? Sergeant Cooney, are you here with us? Come closer to the camera so you guys can hear a little bit better. Take your hand off the bottom. How many spirits are with us? If there are any spirits with us, we're just trying to communicate. So there's 4 graves, and then the tomb was 3 people there. Are we bothering you? Do you want us to leave? So one more time, how many spirits are with us? Thought I heard 1, but so are any of the 2 sons spirits with us? You getting much of anything? All right, well, I came over here. This was a really cool spot, and I thought you guys would like it. I wanted to come over here, check it out at least. Nothing on the K2 meter, not really anything on the Niclophonic app, and nothing on the SOS camera. So, at least we were able to make it out here. That's the cool part of it. We'll jump over here. Nada. So, with that being said, appreciate you guys watching this video. I know it's probably not that long of one. I wish you would have got some activity here. But y'all know how that goes. You're not going to get it every time. You can get it when there's something there. Nonetheless, I pay my respect here. And a really cool place. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. All right.
Yeah. I think that was pretty cool. I mean, like seeing all those old graves, like you don't see old graves like that anymore, where they're all it has all rocks and everything. Hey, what's up, Boomer? Saying hi. No,
just imagine driving down that pitch black street, and the next you know, a tomb with a cross pops up out of nowhere on the side of the road.
Oh wow, that would be freaky.
That's exactly what happened. And I was just like, I'm doing it. I'm getting it.
Hey, TJ Smith, what's going on, dude? Thank you all for being here, supporting Killhut. You know,
I appreciate all you guys in the chat. Thank you for the support and coming by, checking out the interview. If you guys haven't been over to my channel, it'd be awesome to see you guys come join the fan bam.
Oh yeah. And if anyone wants to make a video about, can you explain about that video that you want?
Oh yeah, I got a project going on called the Fan Bam Support Project. A lot of the smaller channels, or even some bigger channels within the past months, have been kind of disheartened and wanted to give up and stuff like that because of numbers, especially the smaller channels. But my goal is to get as many people who are the people who are hurting, or the people who want to help the people who are hurting, kind of lift their spirits up. Don't give up. I've been down that road. I've been wanting to give up more than once, but I'm still here. Thanks to all you guys for the inspirational words. So I pretty much want to return the favor and help you guys. Don't quit. Never give up. Just always keep it pushing.
Stay positive.
So if you guys are interested in that, you can send them to me on Twitter, or you can email them to me. Just a short video under a minute, preferably. Just start out with your channel name, a couple motivational words, don't give up, etc., something like that. And then just end it off with never give up, Fan Bam. That's it. That's all. If that sounds like something you guys would be interested in, it would be super awesome to see some more videos coming in.
Exactly. Tell me a little bit more about your private stream.
Private streams, like what when I go lives, or
oh man, I'm sorry. Silent streams. Sorry.
Oh,
Where's my mind at today?
Yeah, it was like, wait a second. No, I did those at the beginning of the year because I was really into pushing my watch time. But me being an urban exploration channel and start doing the silent streams,
yeah,
I feel like it gives my channel a bad image. No, because you're coming over to my channel looking for urban exploration and stuff like that, and I'm running a silent stream playing music. So I decided to stop that just because I didn't want to make my channel look bad. I didn't want to lose any followers. But I'll tell you what, it definitely helped with watch time. I probably got 1,000 watch hours in a week doing that. So it was nice, but it's not worth sacrificing people coming in and enjoying your content.
Exactly. I know, right, Boomer? I was just like, we're like,
when you said a private stream, I'm like, wait a second, what private stream?
I'm somewhere else. Like, I don't know where it's at. Like, so what? Can you? I know I've seen one wild and creepy abandoned house. Now that was a good one. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That was completely random, bro. It was just random. I was driving through my parents' downtown or out in the desert, and we look over, and there's just a building out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm like, so they're the best spots. Nobody's seen them. So I walked up in there with my brother, and it looked like somebody was staying there recently. And then you had a whole closet full of stolen bikes and all kinds of stuff. So if
Oh
you guys
wow.
haven't seen that one either, go check it out because it talk about sketchy. That's when you think somebody was there.
And I know you had one video. I don't know which one it was. Where there was an old jail cell there and an old bed. Like,
Yes, that was the. I'm trying to think exactly what it was called. I know the old Seneca jail, but there was also right next to it was an old abandoned gas station as well.
oh wow, cool. I think I seen that one. Yeah.
So I walked in, did the gas station, and then next to it is where the jail was. So I just walked over to the jail and started doing that, and that is where I got all of the interactions with the K2 movie jail.
Nice. Well, is it okay if I open the panel up and everybody come up here and talk to you?
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. But thanks for the interview, man. It's really great. You know, like
Oh, no problem at all, man. I appreciate you having me up here and anything to help get the word out there.
hey, man, anything's possible.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Oh, thank you, TJ. I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
So I'll probably hang out here for a little while longer. Today's been kind of a hectic day.
Same here. Yeah, we're just maybe you say maybe a couple of hours tops, just to get to know you and ask questions. You know,
That works. That works.
maybe people want to do what you do, and you know, stuff like that. So never know. You might inspire somebody today. So
That's the reason of my channel is to inspire people and make people happy, lift up their spirits.
exactly.
There's a lot of negativity and drama that's been going around lately, and I'm just full of positivity. So spread the love.
I'm going to put this up so I don't get to keep on dropping the link. Okay, I'm gonna pin this, guys. If you feel free to come up here, as long as you respect the host and the person we're interviewing. That's Killhut. So yeah, come on up, guys. You guys have any questions in the chat? Maybe feel more free if you feel comfortable with you being on there. You don't got to be on camera. So you know,
Bring on the questions.
Exactly, bring on the questions. Thanks, Red. I appreciate it. Now, you know what? Like, I think it's pretty interesting because just like how you said, you know, the history of the building and like just seeing like a whole house full of like sofas and dishes from like 1970s and stuff like that. That would be amazing to find.
The only place that I ran into that has all the furniture still in it is that Ghost Town of New Mexico video, the one I went into the one.
Oh, wow.
You walk in there, it's like frozen in time. Like everybody left exactly where it was.
Wow.
And just like the abandoned ghost town homes video I got with my very first urban exploration video, everything was still laying there, and it was creepy because they had a probably like a little girl's room where they had a big section of dolls set up. We walk in pitch black, and you turn around and you see 5 doll faces staring at you. That's some creepy stuff.
Wow, especially dolls, man, from back then. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Coming up too. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, we're just gonna do this for a couple of hours, and I gotta head off. My laptop messed up, man. I'm having bad luck on laptops. I swear. I had to go take it back, and
I'm lucky when I bought mine. I haven't had any problems with it.
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with it.
But I didn't buy straight from a store. I bought mine off of eBay, and it's still working great.
Yeah. Well, I got mine from the store online.
Okay.
And I bought it's $355, man.
Boomer, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Boomer?
Yeah, I had to mute that.
No, you're good, man.
There is like delay. Like, wow.
It's my fault.
There's a delay. There's a delay from StreamYard
to YouTube.
Right?
It's crazy. Yeah, I can't stay long because I double booked myself tonight. So I wanted to make sure I got up here and said hey, and wanted to introduce myself to Killhut. I've heard about you quite a bit. I just hit you up
Awesome.
tonight. So yeah, I mean, from what I saw, your stuff, man, it looks pretty good. So
I appreciate that.
but I got a few minutes here, and I gotta pop on over somewhere else.
All
But
right.
yeah. But yeah, I also had a bone to pick with Eli.
God damn it! I
I'm
know.
like,
I
dude,
know.
like, are you just too lazy to type in the chat or what? Because like, said hi to you like a million times, no hi
I'm
back.
sorry.
I'm like,
I was watching
all right, I see how it is. I see how it is. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, I don't like to type either. That's
Either.
that's why I got Dawn the panel whore, because I'd rather be up here, saying what I need to say rather than typing it in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand, bro. I understand. But still, no more pizza for you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tired of you ignoring me unless I'm right in your face. Okay. Come on now.
And I said private.
Anyway.
What the hell, man? You don't mind that, like.
But
I try
yeah,
to keep
I had
an
to
eye
make
on
sure I got to say hi to Killhut. I've heard a lot about him. I'm like, who the hell is this Killhut guy? And I was like, so, and I drifted on over here and saw him up there. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I know who
I
he is.
appreciate that, Boomer.
Yeah, Greg, I did too. I lost everything too on there, and it was amazing laptop. I don't know what happened. I was playing a video earlier, and it felt like it come from the motherboard, and then all of a sudden, like I called store, got it from, and they're gonna replace it, and I'm like, oh, good.
Dude, are you still messing around with that freaking piece of shit?
No, it's HP.
Oh, okay.
I just got it. It was $356.
All right, so you got a decent brand anyway.
From Best Buy.
HP all the way, bro. Yeah. HP all the way.
Yeah,
you know me.
I didn't wet it. I didn't do nothing. I don't know.
Well, it's like I told you before, man. Like, you can only download so much porn before it decides to, just blow your shit up and,
Damn it.
Man, Eli went down in the same week.
Stop playing my secret, Boomer.
Dial 1-800-CALL-A-GEEK. They'll fix it.
I know,
for
right?
Called the Nerd Squad.
Yeah, the Nerd Squad. Yeah, the Geek Squad. That's what they are. The Geek Squad. Yeah.
That's what it is.
They'll fix your shit.
Hey, same thing. Geek Squad, Nerd Squad.
Well, because they told me that just because I was one day without trying to turn it back, they want to charge me under $50. And I'm just like, what the hell, man? Whatever.
Wow.
Okay.
What's cursed land, Christy?
I had to get a good laptop when I started doing my 4K.
Let's do this, Christy.
What's she talking about? That's cursed land. As far as I'm concerned, there's not a piece of land nowadays that isn't cursed. Like, anywhere you go, you find something everywhere.
Most of the places everywhere do have some kind of battle or war or fight. So everyone's has somewhere.
Yeah. This rock has a lot of history, man. Like, anywhere you go, everywhere I set foot, man, I pick up on something.
That's
LMFO, I told him to give me the 20% off code for.
Right. Like, hey, okay. So, living too much information. You shouldn't have said that. No.
Hey, I got a 20% off code for my merch.
Oh, there you go. I'll kill it. You're a model if you want to drop that link if you want.
It's all good, man. I don't want to drop links on your stream.
No, you're good. You can do it. I don't care. I just never.
Do you live stream at all, Kill?
I rarely do.
Post videos.
I rarely do, but when I do, it's more of a relaxation hangout stream. So I'm playing music, and whoever would like to join me.
Cool.
But I don't go live that often. Believe it or not, I'm a little camera shy when it comes to panels. But,
I hear you.
But I end up on them sometimes, So if you show me love, I'll be more than happy to come up.
Right.
But I don't get on panels when there's stuff going on and You know, I'm just saying.
Well, that's the way Eli was. You know, not long ago, Eli was just like that, man. He's just like all nervous. And I mean, I put Eli on the map. Now he's just like running off and like just racking them up. But
there's Eli, there's Eli, there's Eli, there's Eli.
Yeah, Eli's everywhere now.
I know.
But,
I want to be a panel horror again.
I got him out of his shell, you know. So
I know, right?
I was telling Patty earlier. Pat, I was on her panel just a little while ago, and you were mentioned. So you got your name out there. You're welcome. You know, they were mentioning your name. I was like, you know what? I put Eli on the map, y'all. Okay, nobody would know his name if it wasn't for Boomer D. Come on now. So
I guess I'll go back and myself.
In case you happen to go back and see the replay of her live stream, and you will hear me say that. So I'm letting you know right now. I'm not like dissing you or talking behind your back. I'm letting you know. I say, you know, I'll tell you straight up everything. Okay, so you know. I'm just keeping it real.
I must be doing pretty good if I got Boomer to come around and he heard of me.
Boomer's the best, man.
Oh wait, you know Boomer?
I do. Wait,
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. I had no idea if you even knew who the hell I was. Like
I've seen your name around in chats, but
I
this is my first time
really?
meeting you.
Wow, I'm surprised. Like, I mean, because I've taken some time off social media completely last couple months and haven't really been doing much. And I've been over on D-Live for the most part anyway, because I don't do anything on YouTube anymore. So I got
a D-Live as well, but I haven't been spending as much time on that as I have over here because I'm really trying to grow my channel right now.
Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, YouTube pissed me off, so D-Live's starting to piss me off too. Social media pissed me off. Let me just social media is just all around as a whole pissing me off. So it's almost like I don't want to deal with it anymore. Hey, Tony. Right. Yeah. So. All right.
Oh, Boomer, real quick. Are you still doing your paintings?
While trying to get my muse back. It's been rough, bro, but I plan on getting back to it eventually. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna head off here. I got another thing I gotta do.
All right, man. Thanks for coming up, man.
Yeah, good to see you, Boomer, and I appreciate you coming up and introducing yourself.
Yeah, keep up the good work, man. You'll get there.
Right.
I appreciate it, man.
What's going on? Little Miss Digging, what's going on? There goes the link, guys, if you want to come up. What's the deal?
Hey, Hot Paranormal's in the house. Little Miss Digging, hello.
Man, every time I see Tony, I think about oatmeal cookies.
If anybody's doing the chat, I am Killhut 702, just so y'all know.
Exactly.
A couple of names I haven't seen yet, so.
Everybody knows Killhut, you know? I mean,
I wish.
Like,
I'm getting there, man. My next stop is 2K, so we're on our way.
Exactly. Feel you, man. Feel you. So, what did you used to do before YouTube, like in your own personal time? What do you do?
Drink a lot of beer and gamble in Las Vegas.
No, you don't.
That's what it was, man. And it got to the point to where that's when I got in the hole, when I ended up not working, and then I ended up doing the same thing. And then I seen Omar, and then I watched Omar, and then I got into urban exploration, and now I'm the happiest I've ever been doing what I do. And that's all that matters. Love what you do. If you don't love what you do, it's not worth doing it in the first place.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, like, to be honest, like you said, I like what I do. I like asking people questions, you know. It might be weird, you know, but I do.
Well, let me change that.
Sacramento Paranormal is a child molesting sex offender.
What the?
I don't know. I got rid of them. So, but anyway.
Thank you, Hawk. I appreciate that, Hawk. That video was really cool. It's the first one I did that big.
Take a lot from you.
Yes, it can.
Hey, whatever you do in Vegas, stay. What's that saying? Whatever stays in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, what was that? I was like, what?
Well, Vegas is like the adult entertainment capital of United States or whatever. That's where you go to sin. You drink. Not saying I did it, but drink, do drugs, strippers, escorts, all that kinds of stuff. That's what Vegas is. You can find anything that you want to sin. That's why they call it Sin City. And being born and raised there, I'm glad I got out. Let's put it that way.
Right. Everyone. Bad group. Yeah. What's a bad group, Tony? Tony says I lived in Vegas for 12 years. Wow. I never been to Vegas.
I was born and raised in Vegas. I didn't leave until I was 31.
Damn.
And that's actually why I'm out here now. This is my first time ever being out of Vegas.
Wow. Wait, I mean, is the I know everything's the same, like traffic and everything else. Like, is there like more crime over there in Vegas?
There is, and right now it's getting worse because no offense to anybody from California, but Las Vegas is turning into the new California.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
Crime has gotten a little bit worse, and it's starting to get more populated. And I got out right at the perfect time.
Oh wow, that is no way. Well, at least I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
I'm like, I bet you flying's hell too, going all the way down there.
what about it?
I bet you flying is pretty bad. Like heading to.
Well, I don't fly. I've never. My entire life, I've only been on an airplane like twice.
Oh, okay.
And from here to Vegas, it's like a 6-hour drive from where I'm at now. So I usually just drive everywhere.
Nice. Whitewood said, I traveled a few places myself. Where'd you travel to?
All right.
Frank says, wait, I live in California. He's talking bad about California, guys.
No, you can ask Frank. A lot of stuff in California is even getting more expensive, and a lot of people are leaving California.
Exactly.
Clint Brook, thank you, my friend. I hope you enjoy the content.
Tony says a lot, and mainly if you're strong slot and grocery store laundry mats. I never been there. I bet it's pretty cool though, but it's expensive to shop there. I bet. Is it, Killhut?
Where in Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas.
It just depends. They have like a lot of malls and main strip stores. Yeah, that's if you want to go and spend all that money on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I never got into fashion. I don't need to be the flashiest looking person when you walk into the place. But a lot of people in Vegas, they want to be that flashy one. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't care for fame and glamour. I don't.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I just try to make it one day at a time.
I don't need $1,000 Gucci shirt to make me feel good.
Exactly. Hey, Clued, yeah, man. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Arizona, my first place back in '87. Wow. Must be old. Oh, no, I'm old too. I'm like, yeah.
I don't want to talk about age. I already feel old, and I'm not even that old yet.
My pain makes me feel old. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can actually.
Yeah. Nah, man. I think it's interesting. Well, you know what really interests me? Have you ever found a Coke machine? Have you ever found one that you had like old sodas in there and stuff like that?
No, I haven't. I found old refrigerators and stuff with some stuff inside, but I've never found an old school Coke machine in the building.
Okay, I was seeing one. I think it was POE's, I think, and I was just like, I would have been checking for the money. I would have been checking for sodas, how old it was, and I would have been like, look, I found one from 1970.
Oh, was it a newer one, or are you talking about an old school vintage Coke machine?
It was an old vintage one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never run. The only time I've seen those is when you go to the ghost towns that they actually keep up on, like a tourist attraction. They got all kinds of old Coca-Cola stuff like that, but in a random abandoned building, I haven't seen one.
I live in California all my life. 44, almost 40. Wow, that's cool, Frank. Fox said you're not old. I'm 40 years old and I feel like I'm 20. Like, you know.
I just turned 21 2 weeks ago.
There you go. That's the question for you.
Have you ever found money? I wish. But like I said, the only thing I found was that little trading post coin. So back in the day, I guess that was considered money. But unfortunately, no, I haven't.
There's another one for you. I got to catch someday light in place. We're investigating. See you, Eli and Killhut. Okay. Catch you later. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up.
Christy.
I'm 46.
Bye, Christy. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Christy. I'm 46 in August. Wow, you look young, White Wolf, for your age. Right. Wow. Okay. Everybody's talking on there. I just don't want to miss anybody. Hawk,
right. I'm kind of looking at it too.
Yeah. No, but you know what? Like I mean, I think. Okay. You're talking about those haunted dolls, right? Did you ever take one home or anything? Did you ever do a spirit box or anything in it? I mean,
unfortunately, no, because I didn't have any equipment like that at the time. Because it was my very first urban exploration video, and that's what I went through. And it was a children's room, and as I turned around with the light, you just see the 4 or 5 dolls just sitting there staring at you. I'm like, because you're gonna jump back when you see something like what the hell is that?
Exactly.
But I don't take stuff home, and I don't recommend anyone ever doing it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. Oh no, I think
the only way I would take something home was just like I purchased like one from the Clown Motel or something like that. But I don't believe they do let you buy them. But if I was, I would buy it from somewhere respectfully. I wouldn't just grab it and take it home. Exactly. I could have all kinds of bad juju's on it too.
Yeah, they do. I mean, imagine how many people died in the house and is attached to that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I mean, that'd be creepy. That's what I would think. I wouldn't think.
Well, it's definitely creepy, but it's crazy. You see the bigger channels these days take those dolls home and hang on to them, and then bad stuff happens, and I don't want to get involved in that.
Yeah. I know you did one. You entered a bat cave.
Yeah.
I want to check that one out in a minute. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Well, the thing with that one is, I was hoping to really get into a mine on that, and that was kind of just a stop on the way home.
Hey, Brenda.
That's not as exciting of a video until you get to the cave, which is closer to the end of the video.
Yeah.
But if you want to play that part of the clip, that'd be cool.
Okay, it's 12 minutes. I don't mind. Then you get messed up mine.
First, I start out and I just go and check out the ruins that are still up there. And when I get to the bottom of the mountain, I end up going through the gate and going into the hole.
Okay, hold on a second. Here you go, guys. Hold on a second.
Explorations. Today we're in a town called Clifton, Arizona, and it's a big mining town. A lot of it, the locals keep up on it, so it's kind of hard to go into the tunnels or anything, as you can tell. This one's kind of blocked off. Maybe walk up here and see this real quick. But we're going to make this one quick because I want to get back so I'm not driving in the dark. So, yeah, let's go check it out. Gonna walk up and look at those. On which side?
Well, it's on the other side. It looks like you turn the side around.
See what it says. Maybe not. But that's a lot of what was left from it. But I see all kinds of signs over here. So we're going to try and check something out. I didn't come over here for nothing. All right, guys, we're gonna head on up. Pretty cool. A lot of old mining stuff. See how we get.
I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm gonna mute myself so you can.
Got some kind of the pictures and stuff. See what we run into. But I was told by a local to watch out for wild goats. It's getting dark, so I won't stay too long. Like I said, I want to check all these out at least. Now they've got a row. These are all old buildings that are right across the street there, all along the bottom base of this mountain. Some of them might be still in use, but they're definitely used back in the mining days with how old they are. So you got little fixtures up there. Not sure how to get up there yet. Come up over this way, you got all this. These cool things up top. I'll try and show you as much as I can. Just a matter of getting up there. You got little holes here that go somewhere. Maybe just drainage for water. So, see what we can find. More here. So I'm really not sure exactly what it is, but I wanted to check it out nonetheless. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's exactly what it looks like, just like a water runoff kind of thing. And it goes up into here. Just see where we end up. This is pretty cool. I think that might be like a water reservoir or something. Just walking down this little ravine. I don't think I can get up to the top there. Doesn't look like there's a way to get up. Maybe over here? So yeah, there's no way to get up there. We're gonna head on over here, see what this is. But it's kind of cool though. This little ravine. Don't know what this is, but it looks pretty cool. And I'm not sure what it is, but some kind of little fixture here as well. It's pretty cool. Got them all here. It's pretty cool. A couple of water tanks, a couple more of these fixtures. Well, that's Summer Clifton. If you would like me to come back, leave a comment down below. Wasn't able to spend as much time as I'd like here. Starting to get dark. You got a long way to go. Wow, this goes all the way down. I have no clue what it was. All the way down. This old building here. So I'm definitely going to come back, check out some more buildings. Yes. We got a couple different water tanks. An old ladder sitting there. It's pretty cool. Yeah. The fun part in this video is the bat cave coming up. Let's see what else we can find.
Okay, I'm back. I'm only going to put that in the chat so if you guys want to go check that out.
Yeah, this was like a stop along the way. Walk around, check it out. The bat cave part of it is pretty cool.
Tony says this is awesome. Yes, he does have awesome content. Like I wish I could show all his videos, but I can't.
Like,
I might take it down.
She's like, I know that video wasn't as exciting walking around for the first 3/4 of it, and then you got the cave at the end of it. But if I find a spot, I need to put out some kind of content, right?
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Got a few things to do, but hey, Seth, how's it going? Thank you for coming up, Killhut. I appreciate it, man.
Of course, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the love from everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate everyone's support.
And guys, thank you for coming by, and thank you for supporting Killhut. And like again, thank you for being a part of our journey, and thank you for letting us be a part of yours. Have a great weekend and stay positive, and I'll see you next time.
All right, love you guys, everybody. Make sure to go check out Killhut 702s at YouTube.